Good afternoon. Welcome to the forecast discussion for February 6th, 2014. It's currently 12:42 p.m. and we have the evening discussion to go over. No snow, no ice, no precipitation, just dry and cold. We have clear skies throughout the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, with temperatures ranging from the upper teens to lower 20s over the interior, mid 20s over the New York City metropolitan area, and upper 20s to lower 30s over the Philadelphia metropolitan area. We have a nice northwesterly wind at around 5 to 15 miles per hour, producing a wind chill in the upper teens along the coast and single digits to lower teens over the interior. Overall, not that bad of a day. All right, it's cold. We all know that. But at least we're not dealing with snow and sleet and all that other mess as we start to clean up. Eastern Pennsylvania with yesterday's storm just got bombed. I mean, there's power outages, trees down. It's just nasty out there. And same thing over in northwest New Jersey and over portions of Connecticut and the Hudson River Valley. The good news is that I don't foresee any major storms through this weekend. I want to repeat that again. No major storms through this weekend. A light to moderate snowfall, yes, but not a major winter storm. So let's take a look at the radar. You can see we're pretty much high and dry and clear out there. We do have a little bit of lake effect developing off of Lake Ontario, but that's about it. Otherwise, dry conditions are in place. And on our infrared satellite picture, you can see all this is cold air. This isn't cloud cover. This is cold air. And we have a 1041 millibar high in control, producing tranquil weather conditions today all the way on through Saturday. Looking at temperatures basically ranging from the upper teens to lower 20s for lows and lower to mid 30s for highs through half of this weekend. Then Sunday's a little bit more interesting. Let's take a look at the water vapor satellite picture. Now, there's been talk of a potential for a major storm this weekend. I'm going to show you why it's not going to happen. Here's our polar disturbance way up here, and here's our subtropical disturbance. Now, these two have the potential to interact. We have a nice block here over the northern Atlantic, and everything looked like it was going to be favorable for a major winter storm. However, major winter storms need to have a perfect pattern. When you start talking about major winter storms that produce snowfall totals over a foot, what you need is a perfect 500 millibar pattern. And if you have anything that could alter that 500 millibar pattern, the whole setup falls apart. Say hello to your monkey wrench. This disturbance right here. This upper level low is going to continue to drop south, and as a result, it flattens out the ridge. In fact, let's pull up the winds here. Now you see the winds here? What's happening is that as this upper level low drops south, it causes the winds to basically flatten out this ridge. And as a result, the subtropical jet stream is more, let's put it this way, flat and fast. So with this more progressive pattern in place with the subtropical jet, it moves too fast, and by the time it reaches the Atlantic Ocean, this disturbance cannot catch up to it. Therefore, you cannot have a phase, and therefore you cannot have a major winter storm. So I'm using the Canadian model guidance for today. You can use the GFS as well. I just like the way that the Canadian matches up with the European and all the other ensemble model guidances very, very nicely. So for this evening, again, dry conditions, temperatures fall into the upper teens to lower 20s for lows by tomorrow morning. For Friday and for Saturday, tranquil conditions are in place. Temperatures again below normal by about 10 degrees, ranging from the upper teens to lower 20s for lows and lower to mid 30s for highs. Now on Sunday, here's our disturbance and here's our polar disturbance, subtropical polar. You see how the ridge is flat here over the west because of this disturbance diving south? So as a result, there's nothing to slow this disturbance down. If this ridge was built up more, then what would happen is that this subtropical disturbance would be back here. And that would allow the polar disturbance to catch it, and therefore you get your big storm. But that just isn't going to happen. You can see that very nicely at the 700 millibar level as well. This ridge is flat, and so this is faster And so therefore the polar jet stream disturbance cannot catch up to it. It's just is not going to work out. So as a result, you end up with this basically two-part system here. So for Sunday, as we get to Sunday, let's fast forward to Saturday night into Sunday morning. We have this disturbance that moves through, and there could be a little bit of light to moderate snow here along the southern New Jersey coast. Let's back up here for Sunday morning. Not a major event. Looking at maybe a 2 to 4 inch type snowfall, but again, nothing significant. Okay, so if you have any plans this weekend, don't worry, you'll be fine. If you're down around Virginia, the Delmarva Peninsula, you could see as much as 6 inches of snow because you're going to be a little bit closer to this disturbance. But other than that, it's not really that big of a deal. If you're up in the New York City metropolitan area, maybe an inch or two at most. As you head down the Jersey coast, ranging anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of snow. This does not look like a big deal at all, especially compared to what we've been dealing with over the past couple of days. Now, this disturbance leaves, high pressure will take control from Monday and Tuesday. I should mention Sunday's temperatures will range from the lower to mid 20s for lows and mid to upper 30s for highs. By Monday, high pressure is in control. Tranquil weather conditions continue on through Tuesday. Temperatures both days basically averaging again below normal. Upper teens to lower 20s for lows and upper 20s to lower 30s for highs. It's going to be rather chilly out there. This idea that some people are portraying of a mild break to the weather pattern after this week just is not going to work out. Now, talking about next week, we are watching the potential for a storm Wednesday into Thursday. And again, this is a phasing situation. Here's our subtropical jet, here's our polar jet, and here are these disturbances interacting. You have blocking in the northern Atlantic, keeps our high pressure in control, and you see this ridge building out here in the west. I don't want to jump to conclusions yet. Yes, there's a potential for a significant snowfall Wednesday into Thursday. However, we have to work out the details. I don't like the way that this is setting up here. If this sets up here, that should kick this storm further east. So again, there's a couple of factors here that we really have to iron out. Just know that there's a potential for more snow by the middle of next week, but we have to work out the details and see exactly how this storm evolves. All the model guidance suggested there will be a storm. There will be a storm, but we don't know the details yet. So let's put that back in your memory. We'll store it and we'll deal with it through the weekend and iron out the details on this potential as well. The Canadian model guidance, though, is rather aggressive with a significant snowfall over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So we'll keep an eye on it and see how it evolves. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.